If my nipples want to be the center of attention, who I am to stop them? That's a disease that female.
Finally, a woman that I can agree with because she truly understands the problem and where it stems from, and she's recognizing that women are using their sexual power to manipulate and gain attention from men, any kind of man, and that's creating a real big problem in society. And despite the fact that most of them, majority, wouldn't want to recognize that, I think a whole lot of women know that the way that the modern female is behaving, with the way she dresses, the way she carries herself, it's one of the big part of the problem that's ongoing between the two genders. And I'm glad that she's willing to recognize that and put the whole truth out there.
Have nowadays. They have this mindset that their body is their femininity. And they're saying, if I'm beautiful, why shouldn't I enjoy it? Why shouldn't I put it on display? And they walk around butt naked or butt covered in a way that doesn't give any place for imagination, forcing men to look at them, abusing the primal instinct men have to deal with on a daily basis, just so they can get their attention.
And yeah, she's absolutely right, because us naturally were drawn to the female shape and form that's reflecting fertility, and that's biological. That's not something that we can necessarily control all the time. Even though some men are strong enough to withhold and keep composure, most men will kind of bend to their instinct and just see the female as a sexual occasion instead of another genuine human being. And that's the sad part of the story. It's that it's female creating that by themselves with their actions and their dress codes and behaviors. So I'm very happy that she's out there. I like her style very much. She looked like a boss with her cigar, and she's telling you the whole truth. That's exactly what it is. Come on, boss lady.
There is a lot of responsibility females need to take. Time has arrived that it's enough blaming men for things that they didn't create.
Yep, they blame us for everything, but they don't dare to look at themselves in the mirror and realize that all the reactions that they're getting from the interactions with man, it's created by them, by themselves and their behavior, and they don't want to admit that to themselves. One of the worst thing that a modern female is afraid of is taking accountability for her own actions and behavior, and we see it on the daily, every day, and that's dragging society down. And we're heading to extinction with the way things are going. Birth rate are dropping down. Couples are not getting married. People don't trust each other anymore, and that's all stemming out of the social culture, that sexual liberation culture that came and destroyed everything. And if we don't put a stop to it, I don't see what's going to be left of us in a couple of years from now.
We want men to be compassionate, understanding, a loving, a caring, reliable, trustworthy person. But we don't give them a chance. All we do is abuse them. Oh, woo, look at this. BBL. Woo, look at this. Breast augmentation. Woo, look at this. Pussy cleavage. Stop with that shit.
Pussy cleavage.
You rob men from their own chance to discover their masculinity by keeping them hard, by keeping them on the edge of not being able even to decide or not. Hold on, am I even horny? Do I even want to go and jerk off right now? No, she just passed by with all of her body exposed, and I couldn't resist.
Yep, it's in our face every day, like every day. Even me, as the man that I am, you know, I've been single for a while, and I love, you know, looking at women. You know, I'm not gonna lie, but I love looking at their beauty, their expressions, their, you know, their elegance. But most of what I'm seeing today is just asses, titties exposed, you know, like in very tight clothing, and you know, it triggers in my head the response. It triggers. It's sexual. Sorry, but I look at you and I see sex. That's what I'm seeing, and it's not what I want to see. It's just that nature programmed me that way to respond to the visual of the woman body when it's exposed in a certain manner, and that's just the way it is.
And you have to know, when I'm now talking to females, men can control themselves, but we never give them the chance.
Nope. It's out there in our faces all the time.
Men are thirsty to understand us. They want
Absolutely.
to be there for us. They crave this intimacy. They crave being your significant other. They crave to be this reliable person, that person, the only person you run to when you have to deal with something in life. But we don't give them a chance.
She is right.
There's a table full of chances, full of possibilities between a man and a woman. And that naked ass lady coming and shaving that whole table, putting her body on the table, and when they're being asked, what do you bring to the table? Oh, I'm the table. Didn't you see my body? There are millions like you.
She's on point.
The fact that the female
You can't argue with
feels the
her.
need to force a man to abuse male instinct so she can get her attention makes her the weak person in the equation. Because
Absolutely.
if you're a woman that knows her femininity and knows that's her true power, and that femininity has nothing to do with your body,
And there is no difference with that, what she is explaining, and taking advantage over somebody else's vulnerability. And that's the perfect image of it. It's female taking advantage of man's vulnerability to get by and get what they want. And that's pretty disgusting.
then you wouldn't use your body to make a man look at you.
That's right.
And those same females are going to social media, exposing themselves, hoping if a man sees them, he will want to invest into that beauty. He won't. He won't. Who wants to invest in that? You show your butt crack and tits. Well, he can find it easily on the phone. He doesn't even have to speak to nobody for that. He doesn't have to have your mercy to look at him.
She is killing it.
And men are using porn because of that, along with other reasons that they have, personal reasons. But the biggest drive men have these days to watch porn is because there is no intimacy.
Yep, women
But
fucked it
there
up.
is a reason. We cannot just blame them. We cannot just say, come on, why are you watching porn? If you don't know that this is just a symptom. We are holding a huge part in the cause of men not wanting to be with us, not knowing how to treat us, not knowing how to approach us.
Absolutely. She's absolutely right. I
And
love
we as
that.
female gender don't want to be held accountable for the outcome of our doings. Men struggling nowadays has a lot to do with us.
And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stop it there. If you wanna go see the full video, I'll put the link in the description because I'm closing up to 10 minutes. So that was amazing.